Hello, I'm Pam Shockley-Zalabak. I'm excited to be presenting our first ever webcast with a year in preview to bring you information about your alma mater. We are in a turbulent time, and I think everyone knows that, and we're in a time of change. And so I began with this quote, which says we must always change, renew, rejuvenate ourselves, otherwise we harden. I don't think we're hardening at UCCS, but we are in a time of change, and I'm eager to talk with you about it. During this year, we're really planning. Our current strategic plan expires in June of this year, 2012. We need to take a new strategic plan out to the year 2020 to our Board of Regents in a very brief period of time. So we are asking all of you who are listening and viewing this slideshow to also email any ideas after we have finished this particular PowerPoint, any ideas that you might have on what we should keep, what we should stop doing, and what we should in fact create for the future. We are looking for input from our alums. So what happened during the last strategic plan? Well, we did add significant new degree programs. We added a very successful Bachelor of Innovation program. In fact, it's the first in the nation, and it's between our colleges of business and engineering. It deals with business, computer science, computer security, electrical engineering, game design, and development. Students take a core, what would normally be called a major, in business or in engineering. And then they move into entrepreneurship, the entire innovation process, and creative communication courses. And they are always working in teams, both on industry projects and on projects within the campus environment. They are working on teams between business and engineering consistently throughout their program. We added a biochemistry degree, both a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Science degree, again collaborating between our strong biology and chemistry departments. We added a BS in biology. We previously had a BA, but for many people going on to graduate school, the BS makes a great deal of sense. We added an undergraduate criminal justice BA. Sadly enough, a criminal justice degree is very needed for many complex agencies within our environment. We have a visual and performing arts BA, and music being one of the fastest growing components of that particular degree. A women's and ethnic studies BA, again an unusual combination for higher ed and also highly successful. We added new degree programs within degrees, sport management in the business Bachelor of Science degree, and forensic studies as a subset of the criminal justice BA. We also had an applied science PhD that right now is serving mathematics and physics, but also has an opportunity to move beyond those particular areas of science. A criminal justice master's, a doctorate of nursing practice, a health sciences master's program, and educational leadership, both an MA and a PhD. The most exciting developments of this past year has been that our statutory role and mission has been changed and actually enhanced. The state of Colorado, for all public institutions, provides statutory, in statute, role and mission statements. And to ours, being a comprehensive baccalaureate and specialized graduate university with selective admission standards, was our previous role and mission. But they have also now added research. And in fact, we are in a very, very strong and growing research environment. And we are the only research institution in all of southern Colorado. This past fall, we had another strong start, 4.8% up in headcount, 9,321 students on campus, and 1,350 first-time freshmen. There was a 5.6% increase in credit hours overall, and we had a wait list on campus housing that neared 100. In other words, we were more than full. We had modest declines in our graduate numbers, and we are working on that very closely. And we launched 2+2 programs very successfully in order to let people in rural Colorado complete their degrees after they have an associate degree from the community colleges by actually taking online programs in business, criminal justice, and nursing. We also continue to focus on really an inclusive environment. 22% of our students come from a variety of minority groups. But what I'm most proud about is that our graduation rate of students of color, Pell recipients and people receiving Pell Aid, are among the lowest income students in our environment, first-generation students. All of these students graduate at the very same rate as our majority population, and that's what you want. You want how hard a student works, how intelligent they are, to be a predictor of them being able to be successful, not race or ethnicity, the income level of their family, or whether their family has had prior experience with going to college. And 18% of our faculty and staff also are in minority categories in ethnicity. Academic Affairs also has an all-campus reads program now. This year we read No Impact Man. We have a broad online initiative that is not only working with the community colleges, but making more alternative ways of learning available for on-campus students, as well as students who may want to return to school. We had a Reinventing General Education retreat on November the 18th, because one of the things we know, if we don't look at our core curriculum in our general education at least once a decade, we run the risk of being out of date. We have been selected for a project. There were only 24 in the United States that were selected for At Home in the World, looking again at how you create local and global experiences. This comes from the American Council on Education and is also funded by the Luce Foundation. And we were in the President's Campus Interfaith Challenge, a kickoff on September the 27th, where we are looking at people from all faiths or no faith to work together in community service projects. And this past fall, and I'm very pleased about this, we were named by the White House as a university that is a champion of change based on our access initiatives and working with community colleges. Well, we have an entirely new set of emphasis on our collaborations. We have, and this is Bob Camley, some of you will know him, a physics professor, and really working with the Colorado Initiative for Molecular Biology. It is now called Frontiers, BioFrontiers. But what we're doing is really working on creating more outstanding science on the campus, building a campus-wide science research infrastructure. And we are focusing initially on biophysics. And we have a $5.2 million investment from the CU Foundation, Colorado University Foundation, that does not have to be paid back, although we are very committed to creating matching funds for this investment. The University Center is getting some needed upgrades. We're putting a new southwest entrance upgrade, the bookstore and copy center being upgraded. Several meeting rooms will receive upgrades, and our Clyde's restaurant, which I hope some of you have seen and some of you haven't, it's a restaurant within the University Center, needs to be expanded already, and it's only been open 1 year, so we're patio expansion. The Heller Center for the Arts and Humanities, the southwest building that is completed that you see on the left of your screen is just a really gorgeous, gorgeous center for the arts and humanities. And on the right, we are now in phase 2 construction, and all of this has in fact been funded for phase 2 by an anonymous donor. Campus housing expansion. We are breaking ground in just a few weeks from now for 2 new towers of housing that will add another 197 beds. We're going to put 18 additional beds in our existing spaces in a conversion that we will accomplish this summer of 2012. And the $16 million that this cost will be repaid through, of course, the rents of students. We have another very exciting announcement, and it's an Academic Health Services Center Phase 1. It's a joint building with Peak Vista. We're going to break ground in the summer, and this will be our first building down on North Nevada, and it costs about $17 million. And I'm excited to announce that Margot Lane has in fact named this building, and it will be called the Lane Academic Health Services Center. Margot is an alum of our campus, and she and her husband and her entire family, very successful business people in our region. By this naming gift, there will be no new debt service for the campus. In other words, we will be able to use existing debt service to create this wonderful new facility without adding to our overhead costs. So our budget is stable. We are assuming 2% enrollment growth for this year. It looks very much like we're going to more than double that, somewhere between 4 and 5.5%. So budget outlook for the campus is stable. The budget outlook for the state is not good, and we do know, the legislature is now in session, we do know that in what is called the long bill for Colorado, that we will be taking an additional cut. We don't know the complete magnitude of that cut, but it is somewhere between $1 and $2 million. One of the things that we continue to do is work with key organizations, such as the newly unified Chamber and Economic Development Corporation here in Colorado Springs, the Sports Corporation, the United States Olympic Committee, Penrose St. Francis Hospital, as well as our city and our county. We're actively working to assure the future of Memorial Hospital as it supports the educational needs, both for nursing and the very exciting branch medical campus that we have on the. But one of the things that I want to invite all of you to attend is that we are the host for the International University Sports Federation, that's FISU, the World University Championships in softball this August 2012. And as many of you know, women's softball has been eliminated from the Olympics. So this really is the Olympics of women's softball. There will be more information forthcoming. And for those of you who are fond of boxing, in 2014 we will host the same event in boxing. We are very excited about this. There will be lots of national and international publicity, so you'll be seeing your alma mater on your favorite sports channel. We will work very hard in this next year, and you will be hearing more from me about the Branch Medical Campus in Colorado Springs. This is a transformational opportunity and would be paid for as the University of Colorado Hospital System actually leases the Memorial Hospital System here in Colorado Springs. But importantly, we're going to expand our alumni efforts around the nation with more Roar on the Road events and establishment of alumni chapters. So we're excited about that and hope you will be as well. If you have questions, please use this email. And we are very, very excited about your input in this electronic form. So not only questions about anything I've said on the PowerPoint, but input into what you would like for us to think about as we move forward into our strategic planning process. Now I'm saying thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to your computer. And we do look forward to an exciting year together. 2012 is just beginning, and we know it is going to be simply wonderful.